Perhaps you're interested in cost transparency, or in addressing accusations that you cost too much, or in fair benchmarks and comparisons to outsourcing. Or perhaps you're up against the absurd do more with less demand, or you're facing expectations far beyond your available resources. Maybe you're implementing shared services, and you know you need a customer-focused catalog with rates. You could be interested in portfolio management, and in aligning your priorities with those of the business. Or maybe you'd just like to better understand your costs and focus on specific areas that need improvement. There are many reasons why you might be looking at financial management and cost modeling tools, and there are lots of vendors who would be happy to help you. But it's not easy to figure out which is the right one. Sometimes it seems like they all claim to do absolutely everything, so it's hard to separate fact from marketing hyperbole. But amidst all those vendors of financial management software, one stands out as very different. In its niche, its tight focus, and in the depth of thinking behind it. That one is FullCost. In this short video, you'll learn exactly what FullCost is and why it's so different from the rest. By the way, you'll be pleased to know that you're not going to hear a bunch of vague marketing claims, just the facts. Here's organizational guru, author, executive coach, consultant, and the inventor of FullCost, Dean Meyer.
Hi, I'm Dean Meyer. I'm here to give you a quick introduction to FullCost, a comprehensive system for business planning, budgeting, and for calculating the costs of your products and services. FullCost is a planning tool. It's not for tracking actual costs. Specifically, it produces two things. One is your budget, but a special kind of budget. Not just what you plan to spend, but the costs of the products and services you plan to deliver. This is termed an investment-based budget, and it totally transforms the budget dialogue. Instead of last year plus or minus a percentage, or haggling over your spending, and do more with less, budget negotiations become a fact-based dialogue about the needs of the business and the investment opportunities at hand. You'll find your internal customers defending your budget because they need your products and services. Hopefully your budget will fund all the good investments rather than taking arbitrary cuts with unknown impacts on your ability to deliver. And you'll be able to manage expectations, knowing exactly what your budget does and does not pay for. Second, FullCost also produces a service catalog with rates. This provides a basis for governance and demand management processes, and for fair benchmarks, as well as for cost and estimation throughout the year. And if you do chargebacks, you'll need rates for that as well. FullCost is used as part of your annual business and budget planning process. It's not like the budget aggregation systems that are part of your ERP software. FullCost is a tool that you use to prepare your budget submission and hopefully to gain support from the business before you submit your budget. And FullCost is not like the systems you use for invoicing and cost tracking. FullCost produces the rates that you publish at the start of each year, which then feeds the invoicing system. And it produces the plan against which you track actual costs. Again, a feed from FullCost to your existing systems. Now, some of those production systems have budget modules, which vendors claim will do the same thing. But they think budgeting is just a matter of projecting past trends, perhaps because their systems are designed to process historic data. You know that planning is not a simple projection of past trends. FullCost is a full-fledged planning tool that allows you to forecast demand for new things as well as ongoing services, and then to think through how you're going to go about fulfilling those demands. Trends coming from your tracking systems are just one input to management judgment. And in a real forward-looking business planning process, FullCost helps managers capture all they know and make decisions about the future, like expected changes in volumes, vendor pricing changes, new staffing and sourcing strategies, changes in your service catalog, new projects and services, including speculative projects that you'd like to put on the table, and internal investments like infrastructure and process improvements. Obviously, there's a lot more to planning and a lot more to a planning tool than just adjusting trends up and down. There are two ways you might use the FullCost software. It could be a tool used by your financial staff to build a cost model that's the basis for your budget and for your rates. But the big benefits are gained when your management team uses FullCost to develop their annual business plans, budgets, and rates. Their involvement in the planning process teaches managers to think like customer-focused entrepreneurs, and they learn how to plan their businesses. And since they developed the plan, you can hold them accountable for delivering it. There are other budget planning tools and cost modeling tools, but FullCost is unique. There really aren't any other tools designed to support every step in the business planning process, and at the same time incorporate a cost model that links all your costs to the products and services that you deliver. Note that FullCost produces both a budget and rates. And since both the budget and rates come from the same cost model, you'll never promise one cost in the budget and then charge a rate during the year that adds up to a different number. The cost model is built on a very advanced second-generation cost modeling engine that's far more accurate than activity-based costing. This gives you total cost transparency, which builds trust. Beyond just the numbers, FullCost captures all your assumptions about your business that lead up to a budget, which makes your budget request far more defensible. It documents your service catalog and your demand forecast, your staffing and sourcing strategies, your internal support services. And beyond trends in existing services, FullCost allows you to plan for new business, even if you're not sure the funding will be forthcoming. So you can look at various funding scenarios and see the implications for service delivery. In fact, FullCost ensures that you break even, despite the fact that you really don't know exact volumes a year in advance. It models staffing requirements and the implications of headcount caps. It handles pass-throughs, which are in the budget but not in rates. It handles multiple sources of funding, including your direct budget, allocations, and fee-for-service chargebacks, as well as grants if you get them. Of course, I've got to tell you about what comes out of the tool, the reports. FullCost produces reports for every phase of the planning process. They help you track how the managers are doing at entering their plans and see the errors that they make. Reports help your management team sort out relationships like project teams and services that managers provide internally to their peers. Reports help you scrutinize the data to find errors and to ensure that managers have been frugal. Other reports are designed for presenting your budget to clients and to the CFO. And of course, you can extract your catalog with rates and even see all of the costs, direct and indirect, that go into each rate. You can interactively chart revenues and expenses, and you can upload all the data into your invoicing and tracking systems. Also, FullCost comes with extensive documentation, not only of the tool, but also of every step in the annual business and budget planning process. It includes detailed guidelines like principles for defining a useful service catalog and how to link the costs of all the members of a project team, how much time to set aside for necessary sustenance activities like training, process improvements, and innovation. The documentation even explains how to handle common situations like unfunded mandates, customers paying for your infrastructure, rolling funds and profit targets, and more. Overall, it adds up to more than 700 pages of business guidance, process documentation, as well as user guides. You know, after 20 years of development in collaboration with executives in so many different organizations, I've learned so much about what's needed in real life to plan a business within a business. In this short video, we're only scratching the surface of what FullCost can do. FullCost uses Microsoft Excel as a platform and a captive front end. Now, don't let that fool you. It's not just a bunch of spreadsheets, not by any means. It's a real application, tens of thousands of lines of code that does things Excel alone just cannot do. But we found that building a planning tool on top of Excel has many advantages. It makes FullCost trivial to install. It's easy for managers to use since they're already familiar with Excel. In fact, it engenders real ownership by your leadership team, since each manager has her own workbook that represents her line of business. It's highly interactive, so it allows your managers to do what-ifs as they plan the year ahead. It allows you to easily customize reports without the need for trained programmers. And of course, it's easy to get data in and out and to link FullCost to any other system. There's still another way FullCost is unique. It's very affordable. A perpetual use license is very aggressively priced. And even if I personally train your leadership team on every step of the process the first time through, the cost of implementation is less than a third of a typical financial systems implementation project. FullCost is in use in corporate, government, and not-for-profit organizations. And you'll find quite a few case studies at FullCost.com. There's another thing that's harder to explain, a little less tangible, but to many leaders, it's the most important thing of all. FullCost is built on a vision of running every organization as an entrepreneurial, customer-focused business within a business, and managing resources through internal market economics. It evolved out of years of experience figuring out how to make that concept a reality, and the pragmatic requirements of those who have implemented that vision. Head in the stars, feet on the ground. It's about so much more than the numbers. FullCost can be a key step in your organizational transformation strategy. By design, it'll help your managers think like entrepreneurs, and it'll help you and your organization to relate to your peers, the business executives, in a fact-based, customer-focused manner. In summary, FullCost is a unique product, an interactive planning tool where a relatively small investment can have a huge impact on your relationship with the business, your alignment with enterprise strategies, your culture, and the sustainability of your business within a business. Thank you for taking the time to look at FullCost.
You'll find lots more information at FullCost.com, and not just on the FullCost software and planning process. There's a huge resource library of research reports, case studies, videos, and articles that can help you implement sensible, business-like financial and resource governance processes, all available without charge. Also, if you're interested in FullCost, Dean would be pleased to show you the software and talk you through the implementation process. To schedule an introductory chat or a 2-hour demonstration in a private webinar, contact Dean's company, NDMA, at the phone number or email you see on your screen. We hope these few minutes have helped to make you a more discerning buyer of financial management tools. Thanks for watching.